All right, so today is February 25th, and it is pollen day. So normally I would go around Valentine's Day and feed all the colonies about a quarter to a half a pound of pollen substitute. And that's really because all these hives here I'm going to be splitting during the spring when I start grafting and everything. So really, I want to just give them some pollen substitute to try to encourage them to build up a little faster. We have the maple flow should be coming in a couple weeks. We got warmer weather coming up next week, later this week. I think Thursday next week it was calling for like 65. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go around these colonies. I brought a little bit of fondant in case I need to re-up their food. It looks like they've been pulling out some of the dead bees. They're not really flying today. It was kind of overcast. So I just figured I'd bring you guys along and kind of show you really just what the clusters look like and everything and go from there. So I guess I'll just start down here. All right. It's been really cold again. It's this Maryland weather. It goes up and down all the time. It's just kind of annoying, especially for the bees. They're actually using the upper entrance on a lot of these colonies, which I really like having these lids I built. But let's just take a peek. Yeah, smaller cluster. They got some fondant left. I'll move those bags a little bit out of the way. Let me cut up one of these. Now, I don't want to give a whole lot of this. Like, I'm not going to give them this whole pound of pollen patty or to these colonies. It's too much, and I really don't want to deal with them having to, well, actually me having to deal with like hive beetle larvae and all. Let me get this over here. So I don't give them the whole pound. I used to, and then I'd come back, especially on like a weaker colony, and I would be dealing with hive beetle larvae in the colonies, and I didn't like that. So let's see here. Kind of move these bags out of the way. Let me lift this colony up. Ooh, they got a little bit of weight. Nice cluster. Kind of hard to see. There you go. You can kind of see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frame right in the center, which is really what you want. All right, I'm just gonna put this pollen substitute right there. Leave that for them. There we go. And then one thing I notice when I'm feeding these bags, they can't really get to the corner. So I just go in here, cut this up so they can get to it a little bit better. There we go. They should be able to get in there. All right, so that's the first one down. Colony looks good. Like I said, that pollen, I'm just trying to encourage them just to do a little bit of early brooding. I'm sure they already got brood in the hives. It's not going to hurt them. Matter of fact, I just saw a bee flying with pollen. See if I can catch one. Nope. Yeah, I just saw a bee flying in with pollen. Well, that's good news. All right, let's move over here. I really can't wait to get in these hives when it gets warmer. I know all beekeepers say that, and then we get overwhelmed, and it's like back to doing a whole bunch of work. But I'm so tired of this cold weather. I'm sure everybody is. I'm trying to do this one-handed, so bear with me a little bit. But yeah, I'm just so tired of this weather. Hold on one second. All right. Let's see what we got here. They are not really using the entrance on this one. Okay, they ate all the fondant. That's no big deal. I got another bag. Let me feel the weight on this. This one's extremely light. So I'll give them 2 bags of these fondants. But yeah, I'm over this cold weather, like I was saying. But yeah, I'll pick you guys back up. I just wanted to show you kind of what I'm doing. I'll cut little squares in these winter fondant patties, put them on the hives, and I'll pop some of these lids and show you. But yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm cleaning out these old bags. Obviously, real early in this winter, some of these hives just did not take food well when I was feeding them the buckets. So I kind of freaked out, and I had huge clusters, so I gave them sugar bricks. Yeah, some of these bees are really fat, which is good. They look really healthy. This is a nice size cluster here. I definitely don't want to lose them to starvation. That's for sure. But let me get this back on there and I'll get back with you guys. All right, I got that hive back buttoned up. I'm just going to go around and show you guys some of these colonies just to see where we're at. That's a nice cluster there. They actually have some honey still up there. That one was a deep and a medium. That's what I think I'm going to switch over to. I'm too busy with work and my family to be managing singles like I want to. So that's a nice cluster. They're up top and I see honey. Let's see what this colony looks like. A little bit of moisture. I see the colony there. They're on honey. That had a lot of weight. This one, let's see if they moved up. They have not moved up all winter long. They've been down in the bottom box. And there they are. You can just barely see the bees right there. Starting to come up in here and work this honey. There is a huge cluster in the bottom of this box, and they're just working their way up. So I'm not even going to touch this colony. I'm just going to give them I'll give them a little bit of pollen, Pattie, I think. Let's see here. Nice cluster. They need some more food. They could use some more food. Can't really see the clusters when I do it like that. But the bees are down in there. They're under this newspaper. I can see them a little bit better than you guys. But it's a nice size colonies. Really perfect for what I want this time of year. Let's see. Oh. Yep, and again, another nice colony. Not too big, but you know what? Not too small either. Good size. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you watching. I'm gonna go around here, finish off these, and then go to my other yards and just kind of. We got warmer weather coming, so I'm hoping this pollen substitute kind of helps kick them in and laying a little bit. So I'm sure there's brood on the stronger ones, or if not larva stage. So yeah, get these bad boys nice and big and healthy, and I can do some splits. Thank you.